host, Narayankar from India Speaks Daily. Uh, Friends, I had been little bit focused on some other issues, so I could not make videos for some reasons. But I'm very much happy that I have come back on this platform, and today I would be speaking about the, the hotly debated issue, the issue of the control of the temples by various government across India. So, as much as 37,000 temples are under the control of the government, especially I'm talking about the Tamil Nadu government. However, going by the history, temples were never under the control of the government. They were always under the control of the kings, who were ardent devotees, mark my words, who were ardent devotees of their gods. They were not a part of government or not government itself. They were ardent devotees of their gods. And actually, their gods were the ruling deities and the kings, their devotees. This is very important to make your understanding very clear that the kings were never the part of any government or government in itself when it comes to the matters of religion or dharma or whatever you may call. So I believe you have understood the difference on this subject, on this particular point. However, in 1925, the British passed an act called the Madras Religious Charitable and Endowment Act to bring all the temples and other worshipping places under their control. And this was done with a purpose to curb the freedom struggle which was at its peak. The freedom fighters were using these temples and mosques as places for meeting and chalking out strategies. And this act, this British act, led to an uprising among the minority communities, and this resulted in the British excluding mosques and other non-Hindu places of worship. But unfortunately, the temples remained under the control of the British. And sadly, this continues even today in free India. And this is because of an argument that India is a secular country. This is where the problem lies, ladies and gentlemen. If India is secular, then the government does not have or should not have any business to control the temples. There are many pseudo-seculars who would argue that other places of worship, like the churches and the mosques, also should come under the control of the government. This is not the solution, but it would only multiply the problems as we had witnessed, and which I told earlier in this very YouTube, in this very video, that if you do that, if you include the churches and the mosques under the control of government, the problem will not be solved, but it would give rise to many problems which the British had witnessed during their rule. The British ultimately had to exclude mosques from their control. Therefore, temples should be released from the control of the government. Even in countries like, for example, communist China and Russia, which is far socialistic and far more secular, the places of worship are not under their control, but it is under the control of the government in secular India. How can you do this in a secular India? Isn't that absurd? You have to think about it. So, Jai Hind, Vande Mataram.